Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Did you say you were close? Yes.
Information is power.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Information is power. Information man, please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Information is power.
Tell the truth.
Information is power.
Tell the truth.
Information is power.
Tell the truth.
Information is power. the truth.
What's up, everybody? Peace. Welcome to the Information Man Show. Thank you for your patience. I thought about doing this stream tomorrow, but I said, let's go ahead and do this stream right now. This is part of my rapid stream series. So this won't be a 2 or 3 hour live stream tonight. This is just getting right to the point. We're featuring Umar Johnson tonight. Now, I've talked about Umar Johnson tonight. I want to say shout out to Brother Honors. He's graduated. He talked about it over the weekend. I missed his 3 streams, but I binge watched all 3 of those streams that he did from Friday, I think, to Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Really good stream. So shout out to Brother Honors. Everybody, please go ahead and share this video in your all your social media. Let me know if you can hear me by putting a 1 in the chat room. I hope it's not too much of an echo effect. If it is, let me know. But put a 7 if you can actually hear me. Let's make sure we get those 7s in there. So I'm okay. We got 1, so everybody can hear me. 1, 7, whatever you all prefer to put in there. Just as long as I know that you can hear me, and I hope it's not too much of an echo effect. Someone put in there an echo effect. I think, who was it that put that in there? So we got Bronze, Flat Power, God is in the house. Just Alicia is in the house. Jide Informant is in the house. Queen is in the house. Peggy Roster, Earl Owens. A lot of great folks coming in. Appreciate you all coming in. I hope you like my one of my setup for this particular stream. We're going to go at it right now. Now, what I want to say to everybody, you've seen me do streams on Umar Johnson before. The question is, do you believe that Umar Johnson is going to open up a school for black boys? He's had a couple of block parties. I think the first block party was very successful that he had a few years ago. Oftentimes, he is telling people to put money in his Cash App. Cash App me, PayPal. He says it 3-4 times. And he's trying to create a school out of donations. He has criticized celebrities who are the ones that have the deep pockets that could support his school. But I've had a chance to listen to some celebrities like John Solly and others, and they say that they just can't support it due to some of his ideology, some of his rhetoric. And he has said a lot of negative things about celebrity types like the LeBron James, people that who have the deep pockets to support his school. Umar Johnson has made crazy statements about black people not needing reparations, jumping out the window saying that, which is wrong, because if black people would get reparations, that would be more money for him to constantly say to you and me, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, things of that nature. As he always says it over and over again with a repeated cadence. Once again, I hope you all can hear me. Appreciate you all that are here. Earl Owens, we got Jesus Price. Jesus Price is in the house. The Empress Goddess is in the house. The real Aaron Collins is in the house. J.A. is in the house. Wiley is in the house. Mediaverse Media is in the house. Peace to you. If I'm saying names correctly. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to play and we're going to analyze 2 videos. One video when he made an announcement that the school would be opening in February 2023. That's this month right now. He made statements about the school opening up. Then he said, well, maybe it'll be late February. Maybe it'll be April. We're going to play that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he also moved the bar. He also moved the bar again, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 minute, as I've had, hang on for 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on for 1 minute. All right, I'm
Tell
back, ladies
the
and gentlemen. I had to turn something on. I had a technical situation. I got it turned on now. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get right into the program. But let me. Cool. This is gonna hang on for 1 minute. I had something shut down on me, but now I got it. Oh, cool. I've got everything back up and running again. Fantastic. Everything is gonna be up and running again like it should. Let me put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm back. Just wanted to make sure. And let me send something off. Let me send something off real quick because I'm about to get into the content. My other computer had shut down. I had to reboot it. It came right back on. That's why I had paused there for a minute, everybody. So everything is good to go. I've just popped that in there, popped that in there. So appreciate your patience with me. And now we're back on the show. Everything is going good. Thank you for and happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies, everybody in there who has a loved one, whether it be you're married, you're in a relationship with a woman, a man, whatever your thing is. I want to say thank you for being here. And hey, we should love people every day. We should love on people every day. Let me click something now. All right, there, everything's working out fine. We should love on people every day, ladies and gentlemen, people that we love, that we care for. So once again, Umar Johnson has constantly been moving the bar. Let's just keep it real here. He's been collecting money since 2009. I've mentioned that before. Brother Honors has mentioned that. KAC. A lot of people have been talking about this issue. He's been collecting money all the way to 2009. He promised to open up a school in 2013, 2019, 2020. He keeps moving the bar every year. He's been constantly, it's been about 13 years now that he's been promising to open up this school, and people have given him donations. When he talked about the St. Paul school that he wanted to buy, come to find out he never put a bid on that. He just went there for a video op, to put a video op out there to make you think that he was buying this particular school. He never put a bid on it at all. Then he goes to Delaware, Wellington, and he buys those buildings out there in an area that is a Browning community. We brought up the report. Honors has brought up the report. There's an environmental impact report. They really wanted to destroy that land, tear it down, and repurpose it for a Boys and Girls Club, to give the community something, because they're gentrifying that area. Umar Johnson has been on this task for quite some time, and the best he can do is HVAC. He told us that he had the HVAC, and then he lied about that. Then all of a sudden, boom, oh, I got the HVAC now, right? So, and then he tells us that, oh, I had black engineers, but they ripped me off. I'm gonna go get some white boy engineers. So much for being pro-black, right? Then he says, oh, they ripped me off. It's always moving the bar, moving it and moving it and moving it. Always an excuse for this and that. So now he tells us that he plans to open a school this April or this February. And let me go ahead to the videos and let you see what I'm talking about. Let me go up here. There's an area that I wanted to go up here. And remember when I interviewed, I think Brother Mac, he rendered some designs for Umar Johnson that he never really seemed like he was serious about. And here's an example of that right now. That's from a couple of years ago. Honor showed this on his channel. Mac had put these renderings together to show Umar what the FDMG Academy could look like with his designs. Umar says that no black people are helping him. He says, I could have opened this school up a long time ago if it wasn't for you cheap Negroes. That's what Umar Johnson has said about black people.
Tell the truth.
While at the same time asking black people for money, he's sitting up here insulting black people. When Brother Mac presented these designs and got in contact with Honors, he said that Umar Johnson did not get back to him because in order to build a school, you have to have a design, an inspiration as to what that school could look like. This is what he rendered using computer graphics. He never got back to Brother Mac. And what we also learned is that Umar doesn't even own the domain name to FDMG. So if you go to FDMG and you put fdmg.com or whatever, he doesn't even own his own domain name. He hasn't been serious. As you can see right there in those designs that have been rendered, and they're beautiful designs, but he turned the brother down, didn't give the brother a chance, didn't seem very serious about what was going on. And it's really a damn shame. Umar Johnson, as you see right here, is a very good orator. He loves to get on stage. He loves to excite the crowd and things of that nature. You see, this is inside the school classroom, which is what it would have looked like. But Umar doesn't answer to people who really want to help him. Umar was offered land many years ago. There was a family who owned land, and they were prepared to give him land for cheap, meaning he was going to get it for free, no pay. He could have built a school by scratch, without any problems. What's going on, my man, Mr. 1950 with the $9 super chat saying, respect, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the super chat.
And for you doing that, brother, I must give you the super chat music and all that good stuff. So here we go.
Thank you for the super chat.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it all. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
For the super chat.
I wake up, flex,
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth, everybody. Tell the truth. So back at it again, I just want to thank Brother 1950, Mr. 1950, for the super chat. Appreciate you coming over and joining the program tonight. We got the real Aaron Collins who comes in with a super chat as well, which I really appreciate. Looks like I got a super chat by Lewis, 1999. So it looks like I got to do super chat music again, and I really appreciate you both.
Thank you for the super chat.
And here we go. Before I get to the main ingredients of our content, I appreciate the super chats, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for the super chat.
time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch.
Tell the truth.
9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate those super chats, definitely, ladies and gentlemen. So as I was saying about Umar Johnson, as I was trying to show everybody that he rendered, Brother Mac rendered some really beautiful designs for Umar Johnson that he can totally turn down, as you can see right there. He turned them down. As I was trying to say before, there was a family that was going to give him land. He refused. He didn't take them up on their offer for free land to build the school from scratch. Then Umar jumps out the window and talks down on people who do classes or learning programs online. Then he turns around and says he wants to do it online. Then he totally disrespects Q Butter. Shout out to Q Butter, who's doing the damn thing, because he has an educational institute in Brooklyn and he's getting real results done. Umar Johnson, I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe that it is the truth, 110%. I think if Umar Johnson would just come clean with black people and be honest and get his ego, his narcissism out of the way. And Alan Christian, thank you for the $10 super chat.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe
to the channel. And I appreciate that.
Thank you for the super chat.
I thank you for that super chat, most definitely. 110%. Make sure you all thank you for watching tonight, and I want you to like and comment on this video, and I also want you to share this video with friends, family, people who you feel would definitely love to hear about this information. So Umar Johnson could have made a lot of money if he had started real small, at a smaller scale, and build up over time. I'm going to show you tonight by looking at numbers, statistical numbers on how much money it takes to really build a charter or to fund a charter school, to fund it the whole 9 yards, because the Moyer Academy, which was originally the academy that shut down in 2012, the building that he's using as his so-called schools that he's telling you that he's going to open up, they closed down in 2012 because of a lot of mismanagement, and they couldn't get enough kids in the school. And they weren't even charging tuition. Umar Johnson is talking about charging $5,000 per student in a school. When they had a charter school before and it was free, they couldn't get enough kids in the school, and they also had some issues with their test scores there, and they went through a rotation of principals after principals, and they lost their charter. Umar Johnson is operating by himself, and they operated with a professional staff, and they had problems. Let's go to Umar Johnson right now and let you see what he said out of his own mouth about the school opening up this month, February or April. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Brothers and sisters, HVAC. The only thing
here we go.
Stands between us and destiny with FDMG. HVAC.
HVAC.
We expect to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, didn't Umar tell us a long time ago that he had the HVAC? Didn't he tell us, ladies and gentlemen, put a 7 in the chat room if you remember Umar Johnson telling us before, don't worry everybody, the HVAC is here, it's in Delaware, I got it. Then he never put it up. Then all of a sudden he had people come there with cranes to put the HVAC up. Why is he now telling us that the only thing that's holding the school back is HVAC when he just showed us, hey, everybody, I got the HVAC? And he had them coming there with the cranes, putting it on top of the building. Before, he kept saying he had HVAC and we didn't see any hair or high of it. Then he said, oh, these people ripped me off. Those people ripped me off. All kind of people ripped me off. Now he's telling you the only thing that's holding us back is the HVAC. I thought you had, man, I thought that was brand new HVAC that you had put on the roof and that you had professional people install it, Umar Johnson. What do you all think? Put a 7 if you agree with me in the chat room. The only thing that's holding us back is HVAC? God, listen to this.
Between us and destiny with FDMG. HVAC. We expect to be done by the end of this. Today, the 23rd. We could be done by the end of this month. We will be done by the beginning of next month. Once all the systems are done and we get our approval from the city of Wilmington, God willing,
man still doesn't have windows on the building. What I'm trying to say to you, in order to get this approved by the city, they have to approve it with a licensed electrician. Look at it. There's still no windows on the building. It has to be approved by licensed plumbers, licensed electricians, right? The foundation has to be solid because you're going to have kids in the school. It's going to be, the city has to approve this. You have to have a health inspector come out and approve it. You have to have so many things improved on so many levels. And keep in mind, this area, this school, this Moria Academy, he hasn't even changed the name on there. This Moria Academy is in an area, a Browning area, where you have an environmental impact problem. Like, look at that. He doesn't even have windows on there, doors there. This is not ready for prime time. This is recent footage. He's not ready for February or April. He just keeps, it's not true.
I will then make an executive decision
Tell the
as
truth.
to whether we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait until April when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus
Here we
Garvey
go.
Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month.
Here we go.
It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month, or it will be in April.
Did you hear what ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what Umar, this is not me making this up. Did you hear what Umar Johnson said out of his own mouth? Did you hear what I thought I heard is that the academy, the FDMG Academy, will be open sometime this month? And he said it's contingent on HVAC. Why are we still on HVAC? I thought he had an HVAC machine put up on the roof and it's been installed now. He's still talking about HVAC. And then on the video that I showed you, what about the windows? He hasn't even put in windows for the rest of the buildings. I mean, what's going on here? What's really going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Did you all hear what I heard? He says sometime in February, and then he pushed it up to maybe even April. He keeps moving the goal post. Let's hear that again.
All the systems are done and we get our approval from the city of Wilmington, God willing. I will then make an executive decision as to whether we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait until April when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month. It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month, or it will be in April.
Did you all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? I want to make sure that I'm very clear that this facility is going to be open. Does this look like this is ready for February? I mean, we're already in February. Last time I checked, we're in February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Does this, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that this looks like it's ready for prime time for February or even April, put a 7 in it. If you don't think it's, let me just say this. If you don't think it's ready, put a 7 in the chat room. Umar needs to stop playing with us, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to stop playing with us. He needs serious help. He needs to come out and be honest with black people and just say, look, I messed up. I thought, thank you. I see everybody putting those 7s in there, and I appreciate all of you doing what you're doing right now. But he needs to be honest about what the situation is. Umar needs to be very honest about the situation, come out and tell the truth, and be about as honest as he can be
Tell the truth.
about what's really going on with the school. He needs to come out and just tell black people, I need help. I need to humble myself. I think if he would be honest, a lot of people that are not supporting him would be for him if he would just come clean and say, this is where I've been having my shortcomings. This is what I screwed up on. I've been a little arrogant. I've been a little self-absorbed in myself, narcissistic personality traits and behavior that I have. And I got to stop this, and I got to really be about the work. And then also allow yourself to let people help you, Umar Johnson. You got on Lord Jamal's podcast, and he said he had a father-in-law who has a school that wanted to give you some help, and you didn't want to help him. He told you you might be good with the teaching and all that stuff, but you may not be the real estate man. And Umar Johnson got very upset, very nasty. He hates when people ask him questions about it. The reason why people are asking him questions is because it's been 13 years and he's been at this since 2009 collecting money to the point that he has collected lots of money from black people who had children that they were hoping to put in that school. And those kids are like 20 years old now. Those kids are like grown now. Those kids are already in high school or getting ready to graduate high school. And they donated money, like I did, cause thinking that their child would have a shot at being in his school. And now all these years have passed. Their kids are grown. And he's still pushing out a pipe dream instead of just coming honest and clean with everybody and saying, I'm having problems. I need help. I'm messing up. If he would just humble himself, I think a lot of black people that have been sort of skeptical about Umar Johnson would get on board with him if he would just be honest and transparent about his books, what he's doing with the money. I'm getting sick of people always saying, oh, why you want to know what he's doing with the money? We should know what he's doing with the money. People who donated for the cause should know what he's doing with the money. Why can't, see, this is the thing. We're very concerned. We should be concerned about what he's doing with the money when he's not transparent with his books of showing you what he's doing with the money. Let's go back to Umar Johnson once more.
See, once we get our approval, we still got to beautify the school. Floors got to be buffed, shined, windows got to be washed.
What windows? Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, what windows? He talking about floors got to be buffed? Ladies and gentlemen, tell me if you agree with me or not. Shouldn't Umar Johnson already had buffed the floors by now? Shouldn't Umar Johnson put in windows? This looks like he's got windows in this place, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just let this video play itself. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Just let it play itself. Let it play itself and tell me where the windows are. Where are the windows right there? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, where are the windows? What windows need to be wiped? You don't have any windows, Umar. Where are the windows? There are no windows. They're all busted out with wood over it. Look at this. Look at this. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. That's a dog running there. Umar Johnson said that after they get the HVAC and get the once they get the city of Delaware to approve the school, why would you be buffing and cleaning windows? Buffing the floors and cleaning windows should become before that. Once again, no windows. No windows. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? No windows. What is there to wash and wipe down? There's no windows to wipe down because he doesn't have any windows on the damn building. He hasn't had any windows installed. You haven't seen anybody with hard hats, construction workers with hard hats coming in with sheetrock, bringing in windows and taking out old windows. It's a pipe. That's the gym. He likes the gym area. That's the only damn thing about this property that he purchased that's halfway anyway is the damn gym area where he does most of his time hanging out. But look at right there again. No windows, no windows, no windows. You see it for yourself. No.
Tell the truth.
No windows, ladies and gentlemen. No windows. Umar Johnson, what are you talking about?
Walls gotta be painted.
Oh,
Classrooms gotta be decorated. Furniture has to be ordered and placed in. And I want you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put a 7 in the chat room if you agree with me or not. Shouldn't Umar Johnson had already ordered desks and chairs a long time ago? This man is still talking about HVAC. I want to appreciate all the people that have come into the chat room. I see you. I respect all of you. Put a 7 in the chat room. Shouldn't he had ordered all this stuff a long time? And then another thing too, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to bear with me tonight. This is something else. Y'all got to bear with me tonight. Shouldn't Umar Johnson,
Tell the truth.
shouldn't Umar Johnson had already, Umar, man, oh my God. Shouldn't Umar Johnson had already had his staff together? Where is his staff? He's sitting up here telling you he's looking to hire people. Man, if you plan to open this month or next month, you should have already had your staffing already lined up. And let me say peace to Jay the Informant, who says sad part is that Umar has YouTubers like Amazon Luke and other victims believing in this scam and supporting it. Wow, man. Wow, 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 wow. But thank you for that super chat. And here it goes for you now.
I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
For the super chat.
I wake up, thumb down, 9 check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, 9 check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Make me take that trip way out to
Tell the
Europe.
truth.
I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama.
Tell the truth.
Right. Thank you. I see we got DJ Chuck in the house. Thank you for coming through. All the good Vince Williams, Judy White. I appreciate everybody in the chat room. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe.
You are listening to
This is the Information Man
Please
Show,
make sure to
Information
subscribe
Man
to his channel.
Experience. I've been doing my YouTube thing for a while. If a lot different people know about me, but I appreciate you if you are new to the channel and new to the experience. This is how we get down on this channel. This is my rapid stream. I don't want this to be too super long, but I want to get through the rest of the content tonight because Umar Johnson, I'm telling you, he's really. I think he could have resurrected his reputation if he had just become clean. You know that black people are the most forgiving people in the world. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
That will forgive you. You see it all the time. Black people go to church and they say, I have sinned. I have done this. If he would just speak his sin and tell us what he's done wrong, and then we will get mad. We'll be mad at him for a while, but eventually we can forgive Umar if Umar went down the right road of righteousness and honestness about what he's doing with the school, because people have given him a lot of money for kids that can't go to the school now because they've aged out. And he's still playing around talking about HVAC and all this other nonsense of different nature. Let's hear some more.
Ready, because y'all going to be able to order some of the furniture. We're going to have a gift account at a school furniture store, and you can go to the gift account and say, I'm going to order Dr. Umar's desk. I'm going to pay for all.
One of the things I noticed about Dr. Umar, ladies and gentlemen, I know I keep stopping and starting it, but I'm just, this is pumping me up and making me very angry, is that what I noticed about Umar Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, is that Umar always want other people to buy his stuff. Umar is always focused on what you're going to do for him. So Umar's always like, hey, I want y'all to buy me a desk. I need somebody to do this for me. It's always asking other people to do something that he need to do for his damn self. Now he's talking about people ordering a desk for him. How about you order your own desk, Umar? And how about you had already got these supplies together a long time ago?
All the chairs in this classroom. I'm gonna buy 5 desks over here. I'm gonna order those books over there. I'm gonna get that cabinet over there. I'm gonna get those cubbies over there. You're going to be able to purchase furniture for our boys at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Yes, brothers and sisters, history has been made. History will be made. If you don't donate, you cannot come. If you don't donate, you cannot come. See, this is a real school. This ain't no fake school. We're not bringing kids in and signing them up for some white company to get paid off black kids and give us a kickback for helping them hustle our kids. We're not doing that. I know some people who doing that, but we're not doing that. I know some people who doing that, but we're not doing that. See, this is not a school in your house. This is not a school in your basement. This is not a school at the church. This is not a school in the storefront. This ain't no homeschool. This is a real school. First one in the history of this country built by the African diaspora. Oh, yes. It's not going to be a good Garvey Day. It's going to be a great Garvey Day on grand opening day. It's going to be a great Garvey Day. If you only donated $1 in 8 years, if you've only donated $1, you will not be allowed in the school. You will not be allowed in. In fact, I think, and I have to discuss this with the team, but I think the minimum amount of donation total over the 9 years, it will be no less than $100. If you haven't given us at least $100 in 9 years, you won't be walking inside that school. If you ain't got $100.
Ladies and gentlemen, he keeps saying that if you haven't donated money up to a level of $100, you not walking in that school. What type of talk is that? You want people to give you money, Dr. Umar Johnson. But your conditions is if they give you, look, man, we went through 3 years of a pandemic where people were out of work. Eggs and food is expensive. We got a damn, inflation. Gas prices were all over the chain. People got families to take care of, man. People got bills to pay. Some of us don't live at home inside our mama's closet doing social media like you do. It's crazy. Man's in a closet doing social media in a closet at his mama's house. And he's got the nerve to talk about what people get. People give what they can when they can afford to give what they can, man. He's sitting up here criticizing what people who going to get in if they didn't pay this much. And he don't even have windows in the building. He's still sitting up here talking about HVAC when we thought that the HVAC was all up on the roof and all installed. Why is he still talking about HVAC? We haven't even gotten to the other structural issues with that building and that environment that the school is in. Man, I don't know. Umar Johnson he's crazy, y'all.
In 9 years, that's $11 a year. If you don't have $11 a year for black boys, if you don't have $11 a year to crush the school to prison pipeline, if you don't have $11 a year for us to educate our children, don't come. The only exceptions to that are those under 18 children and those over 64 elders. The only exceptions to that are those under 18 children and those over 64, our elders. Elders can come whether they donated or not because they're elders, and the babies can come because they babies. If you are 18 to 64, you better get $100 donation in quick. If you are 18 to 64, you better.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as I played before, I want to show you the inconsistency.
Tell the truth.
I want to show you the inconsistency of an Umar Johnson, and how he gets down.
Tell the truth.
On the one hand, he says the school's going to open this month, Black History Month. It's already the 14th of February. Then he says, well, no, we're going to probably open either. If not this month, it's going to be open in April, right? I want to show you some of his inconsistencies once again. So here he is. I just want everybody that's coming to the chat room to hear it out of his own mouth. And then I'm going to play another quick video that's going to show you his inconsistencies here. Hear this again.
Will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month. It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black
Tell the
History
truth.
Month, or it will be in April.
You hear that?
Once we get our approval, we still got to beautify the school. Floors got to be buffed, shined, windows got to be washed, walls got to be painted, classrooms got to be decorated, furniture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see him there again saying it's either going to be February or April. Now, let me let you hear the inconsistencies of Dr. Umar Johnson. First, he says it's opening up this year, February. Then he says, well, if not February, it's going to open up April, if all goes well with the HVAC. He goes back to that HVAC. He starts talking about how you can order him furniture. Yet he doesn't talk about a faculty. You need a faculty. You need security. You need a licensed nurse on staff. You need a cooking. How is he gonna feed the kids? That costs money. And I'm gonna show you with the data that I'm gonna show you that he can't do it with these nickel and dime donations, meaning he can't live on just the donations. He needs big, huge donors with big pockets, but he alienates the people that could give him the big money, and he doesn't want to show you what his books looks like. Now, listen to the inconsistency right here on this video.
The agenda. We got Memphis, Tennessee on the agenda. We got St. Louis, Missouri on the agenda, and a whole host of other African communities will see the Prince of Pan-Africanism. This is the victory lap. This is the victory lap. 2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Brothers and sisters, if all goes well,
Hear the inconsistency, but didn't he just say this?
executive decision as to whether we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait until April when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month. It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month, or it will be in April.
Boom. Once again, inconsistency. Then he moves the goalpost to 2024. You see what this is all about? Continue to grift people for money. Continue to say, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal. And then he turns it around after he just told you out of his own mouth that the school was going to open this February, if not this February, April, and then switches it to next year. Listen to this.
Of other African communities will see the Prince of Pan-Africanism. This is the victory lap. This is the victory lap. 2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Brothers and sisters, if all goes well, we will be having our community grand opening celebration of the Marcus Garvey Academy of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America to be purchased, renovated.
Ladies and gentlemen, put a 7 in the chat room if you heard what I heard and what I'm trying to show you here and how he continues to keep moving the goalpost. Umar Johnson just told you in the other video that he was going to open the school either February or April. Now he's flipped it to 2024. And he's always picking August. He's something about August that he likes because I guess that's the Frederick Douglass birthday or Marcus Garvey or something of that nature. Put a 7 in the chat room if you hear the inconsistency. I'm bringing you the receipts tonight. And what Umar Johnson says, but what he actually does.
Operated
Here we go.
exclusively done by the end of this month. We will be done by the beginning of next month. Once all the systems are done and we get our approval from the city of Wilmington, God willing, I will then make an executive decision.
Yeah, August is birthday
as to whether
month.
we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait.
I'm so
until
confused,
April
y'all.
when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month.
See?
It will either be the last
We already
Saturday
in that
of
month.
next month, Black History Month, or it will be
This is
in April.
crazy. See? And here's the other one.
Once we
Listen to the
get
other
our
one.
approval, this is the victory lap. 2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Brothers and sisters, if all goes well, we will be having our community grand opening celebration of the Marcus Garvey Academy, of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America to be purchased, renovated, and operated exclusively by the African diaspora. Never before has there been a...
Move it back and let y'all hear what he said on this one again right here.
...of other African communities will see the Prince of Pan-Africanism. This is the victory lap. This is the victory lap. 2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens.
Boom. Hear that again right there. Hear that again.
2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Brothers and sisters, if all goes well, we will be having... We expect to be done by the end of this... Today, the 23rd.
See the bullshit, y'all. And thank you for that super chat.
We will be done by the beginning of next month.
Y'all see the bullshit?
Once all the systems are done and we get our approval from the city of Wilmington, God willing, I will then make an executive decision as to whether we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait until April when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month. It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month, or it will be in April.
Tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. I don't know what to say to y'all right now.
Tell the truth.
I'm so, oh my God.
Tell the truth.
This man keeps moving the ball. He was supposed to open the school. He was collecting money since 2009. He talked about opening the school 2013. Then he talked about 2016. Then there was talk about 2019, and it goes on and on. I think he might have even told us that the school was going to open in 2020, and he goes on and on and on. And then he says 2023. Then he pushes to 2024. Always making promises, but never coming through with the actual end results. But we should already know this, because all you got to do, as I've showed you, is look at the buildings, and you can see that this place is not worthy or ready to be ready to open. And I want to say thank you to Robert Benjamin for the super chat. We got DC coming in with a super chat as well. So let me do this. Let me get back in here, put these super chats up here. We got DC, who says, $5 from DC, says, this is not about helping black boys. It's about Dr. Umar's ego. During the COVID, he should have hired a fundraising firm instead. Yes, he should have. He should have. I agree with you. Let me see if I can put Benjamin's super chat up here. Benjamin gave me a super chat. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the super chat.
Let me see. We got Judah Queen. We got Sugar Love in the house, D Vlogs, Last Call, X Freeman, Brandon Parks, The Humble One, Tori Pervic is in the house. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrect, brother, but I'll put you up on the screen there. I appreciate you coming through, brother. We got Abdul in the house. I got that middle name. He says he changed the opening date so many times, it is clear that the school will never open. Man, I agree with you. I'm so much what you just said there. I agree with a lot of what people are saying in the chat room. Let me pull some of these up. I got something else to show y'all, so don't go nowhere, everybody. We're going to end this pretty soon, but I want to show you something else. And there was somebody else who gave me that super chat. Benjamin, I wanted to put on the screen. Official 1SP is in the house. Judy White, Empress Goddess. I'm trying to name people. Jesus Price in the house. Judah Queen. Ash is in the house. What's going on, Ash? Everybody.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the program tonight, subscribe. And I want to say thank you for watching tonight. I also want to say like and comment, share this video. I appreciate you all that are coming over. And Brother Honors is right. I mean, Honors breaks it down. Umar Johnson, I don't think this school is ever going to really open, because I just don't think he has what it takes to open this school and to get things right in the way it should be, because he keeps playing games with people's emotions. People who are in, I feel bad for the people that feel still emotionally invested in what Umar is doing. Now, do I want to see him open a school? Did I always want to see him open a school? Yes. Do I want to see black boys, black young ladies get a Afrocentric type of education, whatever we want to call it? Yes. I would love to see what you see with Brother Q Butter at the Zions Institute. He's showing you exactly what that type of education could be. But that brother started off small, and he's moving in places. Look, I think that black people should donate their money to people that are clearly doing the job. Okay. Now, let me show you why Umar is not going to be successful with what he's doing in the way he's operating. He needs help. He needs big donors. He needs not to alienate people that can help him, but he wants to do it all by himself so that he can get all the credit for himself because of his narcissistic personality. It's going to come back to hunt him. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something that's kind of sad. This is the school that was originally there, the Moyer Academy. And the reason why they're no longer in existence, they went through, they had within a few years, they had several principals of the school, black people who came and left. They could not manage the school properly. They had issues with the test scores. They had issues with let's hear it right now.
The academic performance and the trends the school is showing cause for action. While the public record makes clear the school's dedication to improvement, My decision must be based upon evidence and not intentions.
The decision was based off of last year. Even he acknowledged that the efforts that we're putting forth look really good, but it seems like Department of Education cannot forgive last year, which is kind of understandable. But also, it's more, you got to give things time. You got to give some. This is a new charter school. This charter was opened in 2012. This is only 2 years ago, and it's a 3 or 4 year charter, and we didn't get the opportunity to actually do something.
Tell the truth.
All right, I think my mic was off. So what I showed you is basically what I was saying is that Dr. Umar Johnson is going to have a hard time running this school because of the fact that that's a school, the Moya Academy, which was run by a full staff, was run by a number of principals who came in and out, so they were having some problems. And one reason why the school, the Moya Academy, which he hasn't even changed, took the name off the school yet, the reason why it does not exist is because they could not get enough kids enrolled in the school to make it financial, for it to benefit. So they could not get enough kids in the school, and they weren't even charging tuition to go to school there. Umar Johnson wants to charge $5,000 tuition, right? The school before him couldn't make ends meet. The school before him, which had a large group of people that supported it, had problems with test scores, problems with the administration, and a whole host of other things I won't get into right now that was going on with that school, which is why in 2012 it shut down. Prior to Umar Johnson buying the property, they were planning, and Honors talked about this on his program, they were planning to repurpose that neighborhood, get rid of some of the environmental issues, because it is in a Browning area, Browning area. In which they wanted to repurpose it for a Boys and Girls Club to revitalize the community, because they're already in the process of trying to gentrify this community. And Dr. Umar Johnson, when he purchased this property, as Honor said, he purchased property in a community which was ranked 6th in terms of violent and crime and drug use in the country. So you want to bring our kids into an environment that's not the most healthy environment for them to be in, trying to learn and get education for that. So that's what the Moya Academy was going through prior.
Cause for action. While the public record makes clear the school's dedication to improvement.
That's the principle, one of many principles they've had.
Evidence and not intentions.
The decision was based off of last year. Even he acknowledged that the efforts that we're putting forth look really good, but it seems like Department of Education cannot forgive last year, which is kind of understandable. But
they could not forgive last year because they didn't get enough students, and they also had some issues with test scores. There were a lot of things about the school that was not run very well. So the building has a history. Here we got Umar Johnson, who thinks he's going to come in like a Superman and he's going to transform something based on telling people to hit the Cash App and PayPal me every damn day. When he needs big donors, he needs $1 million rich people to donate to him, not just black people trying to make ends meet. Now look, and then he wants to shame you about what you purchase and what you buy, but you see Umar Johnson wearing all type of sports apparel, jerseys, Philly hats. He's spending his money. Ain't nobody telling him how to spend his money, but he want to tell you how you should spend your money. Now look, let me show you something else. This is very important. Starting with this slider. This is about what it takes to run a school. So now I did some research. And in the research that I found out, ladies and gentlemen, they said when you're running a school, you need to have a certain amount of money for at least the first 5 years. Moya Academy couldn't even survive the first 4 years. Moya Academy started in 2012, 13, 14, and shut down in 15. They shut down in year 4. According to the data, you need to have enough funds, you need to have your school properly funded, and you need to have a business plan for your school. You need to have a certain type of income coming in and out to be able to, for at least your first 5 years when you're starting a school. Umar Johnson doesn't have any of that. He's still sitting up here talking about HVAC. Oh my God, we just got the HVAC. Or if we get, listen to this.
Brothers and sisters, HVAC. The only thing
Nappy
that
Yankee,
stands
what's up, brother?
between us and destiny with FDMG, HVAC.
Okay.
Tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've already proven through the videos that he keeps changing the time to now he's saying 2024. Then he said this month, then he's saying April, but now he's pushing it to 2024. My good brother Naps is in the chat room right now. Make sure y'all check out his channel too. And I knew this and he knows this. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, hot off the presses. One of the things you should know about Umar Johnson is that he used to work at Moria Academy. That's why he's been using all the wording that they use. So when you hear, and I think Honors talked about this today, over the weekend on his program, that Umar, when he's telling you about what he wants to have at the school, he's actually reading off of what they did in the first school prior to him. He's reading their manifesto. So when he talks about aquatics programs and these kind of programs for the kids, he's literally reading their mission statement. There's nothing original about Umar Johnson. He's simply reading the Moria Academy mission statement. He's following what they already were trying to do and incorporate it in his language when he's talking about this school. He's not original as you think he is, because according to the breaking news here on this program, and Brother Nappy Yankee in the chat room reminded me, Dr. Umar used to work at this place right here that got shut down. The Moria Academy.
The academic performance and the trends the school is showing cause for action. While the public record makes clear the school's dedication to improvement, my decision must be based upon evidence and not intentions.
The decision was based off of last year. Even he acknowledged that the efforts that we're putting forth look really good, but it seems like Department of Education cannot forgive last year, which is kind of understandable. But also, it's more, you got to give things time. You got to give some. This is a new charter school. This charter was opened in 2012. This is only 2 years ago, and it's a 3 or 4 year charter, and we didn't get the opportunity to actually do something.
Tell the truth.
Why hasn't Umar come clean, ladies and gentlemen, and told us about these issues? Why haven't Umar Johnson let us be aware out of his own mouth that, hey, everybody, I actually used to work at this school? You notice he's been secretive about that, right? So I wonder if he also contribute to the fall of the school. Mr. I know how to work with kids, Mr. I'm a child psychologist. The school was founded in 2012. Shut down in 2015. So Umar used to work there. Umar, why couldn't you help get those kids' test scores up? Umar, why did they lose their charter? And you were there at one point in time. That's very, very disappointing. Umar Johnson. So this man has been here, ladies and gentlemen, before. He knows the grounds. He knows the school. Right? And these are the renderings that Brother Mac tried to create for him when he was trying to get in contact with Umar, and Umar didn't return calls, because Umar doesn't have a system to be able to get back to people. Let's go back with, you had black people, since he's all that black people don't want to help him. Umar Johnson had black people who even were willing to volunteer to fix the roof and do and he stiffed those folks. We know the history. Honors has gone over the history. Nappy Yankee's gone over the history. Many people on the YouTube streets have talked about, on these YouTube streets, have talked about these problems with Dr. Umar Johnson and some of the nonsense.
Tell
We definitely
the
know
truth.
these issues. So Nappy Yankee, thank you for that reminder. The
Tell
audience
the
needs to know
truth.
that as well, that the man used to work there and it's a problem. I think I've made my case tonight, as many people have made their case tonight about Umar Johnson and whether this school is going to open or not. I don't really have much faith in this becoming a reality as of right now, because Umar Johnson, I think the only way it can become a reality is that Umar Johnson has to be clean with the public and be honest about the fact that he needs help and be humble himself and stop trying to act like he's the king poobah. Okay, and just humble himself. To run a school, this is what you need, ladies and gentlemen. Remember I told you that you need to have at least 5 years worth of funding to get through the first 5 years. Check this out. Nearly 6.3 million, right? For depreciation. So you need to have, these are some of the expenses. When it comes to determining tuition fees to charge, most private schools start by projecting students' enrollment for that year. They then calculate the amount they will need for salaries, benefits, the biggest expense, plus the academics and operations of the school. Tuition figures is arrived at by dividing the cost by the number of expected students. Dr. Umar Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, can't tell you
Tell
right now
the truth.
exactly how many students are going to be in his school right now. You need to know what the enrollment process is in terms of students to be able to know what your cost is going to be. And then you have to also divide that and also figure out what you can afford to pay your staff. Teachers are not working for free. Nurses are not working for free. Security is not working for free. Food staff is not working for free. And even if you're going to get food from the outside and have it catered in, that costs money every day. Breakfast, lunch, snacks, field trips, all that stuff costs money. Then Umar Johnson is talking about having a bus that's going to go pick up all these kids all over different parts of the damn city and world. That costs money. What are you going to do with that? Now, look at this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, another 5% for financial accidentals, right? And at least 15% for everything else. So you need to have money for you need to have 5% for financials, contingencies. So if something goes wrong, you've got the 5% of your money to cushion you. Where's Umar going to get any of that at? He can't even get HVAC working. He's sitting up here telling you all that I hope the HVAC is going to be the thing that's going to get us through.
Brothers and sisters, HVAC. The only thing that stands between us and destiny with FDMG. HVAC.
No. What stands between you and destiny of the school is your business plan, Umar. What's your economic plan to run the school? You need 5% money for accidentals, right? You need 15% for everything else that could go wrong with the school, right? You need to run a medium scale, but a standard private school in the United States today, Umar Johnson, it is estimated to be around $1 million to run it. That's just in 1 year. This amount includes both the starting costs and the salaries, running costs of all the staff for the 3 months of business. That's just 3 months of business, dog.
Tell the truth.
That's just for 3 months. We're not talking about the whole year. Wait a minute. In the United States, it is estimated to be around $1 million. This amount includes both the starting costs and the salaries, running costs of all the staff for the first 3 months of business. That's just for 3 months.
We expect to be done by the end
Oh
of this.
my God.
Today.
Oh my God. You see where it all going wrong at, folks? Now, let's give you the next data here. It's all about that data as we get ready to end the show tonight. Right now, this is an example. Deerfield is a private school budget operating cost for this school, Deerfield, was about, for this is just in 2017, and we know that inflation has gone up, ladies and gentlemen. 2017 showed the following: around $12.6 million for tuition instructions, roughly $5.9 million for student support. You got to give students you have to have a nurse in the school. You have to have a child psychologist in the school. About $475,000 for summer programs. Umar, you're going to have a summer program. Approximately $8.1 million on operations and maintenance. You got to maintenance that school. Umar bought a school that basically is dilapidated, as well as $11.9 million on general administrative costs. You hear what I'm saying, everybody?
Tell the truth.
Next slider comes up here. Now, the founder or founders of a private school, this would be Umar Johnson, a founder or a founders of private schools should expect to have an overall budget percentage breakdown as following. A large part of the budget should go to salaries at about 65%. Umar Johnson is sitting up here still talking about trying to get staff. Can he even afford to pay that staff? Where that money coming from? 10% for admissions and marketing, meaning you got to market the school. You got to spend money to process to get kids into the school, and around 5% for financial aid. This can go up to 11% for the day. Umar Johnson says he wants parents to pay $5,000 for tuition, and he said, and I was listening to Honor's program. He said that, hey, I don't care. He says, don't wait till the last minute. You better start saving your money right now. It's on you to get that tuition together for your child. $5,000 tuition. Umar Johnson won't make it. And you can't Cash App and PayPal your way to pay those type of expenses. You just can't. $11.9 million on general administration. And then in calculation here, ladies and gentlemen, in calculation, the average cost for operating a private school is triangulated to range between $17,000 and $81,000 per child per year. There's no way Umar Johnson can do this at the pace he's going already when the man's talking about HVAC. This is a reasonable estimate given that the government of the United States spends roughly $12,509 per public school student, and that private schools are known to be expensive. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And Umar Johnson is setting up here telling you and me, thank God for some HVAC.
Brothers and sisters, HVAC. The only thing that stands between us and destiny with
It's
FDMG,
HVAC.
HVAC. We expect to be done by the end of this. Today, the 23rd. We could be done by the end of this month. We will be done by the beginning of next month. Once all the systems are done and we get our approval from the city of Wilmington, God willing, I will then make an executive decision as to whether we're going to have the grand opening the last Saturday in February, or if I'm going to wait until April when it's warm. The grand opening of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month. It will either be the last Saturday of next month, Black History Month, or it will be in April. The agenda and a whole host of other African communities will see the Prince of Pan-Africanism. This is the victory lap. This is the victory lap. 2023 is the victory lap because 2024 FDMG opens. Brothers and sisters, if all goes well, we will be having our community grand opening celebration of the Marcus Garvey Academy, of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America. The first school in the history of America to be purchased, renovated, and operated exclusively by the African diaspora. Never before.
Tell the truth.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it again. There's no way it's going to fly. As I showed you right now, the numbers. As I showed you the numbers again, the average cost for operating a private school is triangulated to range between $17,000 and $81,000 per child per year. This is a reasonable estimate to give that the government of the United States spends roughly $12,509 per public school student, that private schools are known to be expensive. The founders of a private school should expect to have an average budget percentage breakdown as followed. A large part of the budget should go to salaries, and the benefits should be 65%, 10% for admissions and marketing, around 5% for financial aid. This can go up to 11% for the day. Deerfield is a private school that budgeted an operation cost for 2017 showed the following: around $12,006 million for tuition instruction, roughly $5.9 million for student support, about $475,000 for summer programs, approximately $81.1 million on operations and maintenance, as well as $11.9 million on general administration. Who's going to maintenance this school? Who does Umar Johnson have the maintenance of school? Another 5% for financial contingencies, at least 15% for everything else that can go wrong. To elaborate, running a medium scale or but a standard private school in the United States is estimated to be around $1 million. This is the amount including both the starting costs and salaries, a running cost of all the staff for the first 3 months of business. I'm repeating this because this is very important stats. Okay. When it comes to determining the tuition fees to charge, most private schools start by projecting student enrollment for that year. They then calculate the amount they will need for the salaries and benefits. Where is Dr. Umar Johnson's business plan? Right? Where is all these people?
Tell the truth.
To help him? Where is his council of elders? Where are the people who do the business? He can't do it all by himself, ladies and gentlemen. He needs people. And thank you, the Ghost OG, J Speed. When was this interview? HVIC is finished. This is the last interview. Okay. Thank you for putting that in the chat room, brother Ghost. I'm just saying, to run a school, you got to be focusing on some other things. HVAC should have been already dealt with. Now, he said that we saw the video where the cranes came. They put the HVAC on top of the roof. But why is he still talking about HVAC needing to be fixed when he brought new HVAC? And then why is he talking about, well, if the HVAC goes well, we'll open up this month, Black History Month, or April. Then he pushed it up to 2024, and he's been doing this all the way back to 2009, ladies and gentlemen. He said the school would open in 2009, 2013, 2016, 2019, 2020, and on and on and on and on and on. It's been an on and going saga with this guy. 2017, I think he said he was going to open up. So my thing is, I think Umar, if he would just be clean with the public and just say, look, I need help. He said that black people are not giving him enough money and not doing this. I know that there have been black people who have tried to help him. I interviewed a guy on this channel who rendered him these beautiful rendering. Remember this? ladies and gentlemen, here it is. He gave him a design for what the school could look like. That was Brother Mac that did that for him. I interviewed on this channel, and he said Umar Umar totally ignored him. Umar doesn't have a team set up to take requests from people who want to help him, even though he'll get up and say that black people don't want to help him. St. Paul's is a school that he probably could have bid on, but he never did a bid. The people there said that he never bid. There was also a family that owned land, a black family that was going to give him land for free to build the school, and he didn't do any. He didn't want to deal with that. Then he had people that were volunteering free of charge to get his electricity together, to get his roof together at this school, and he sort of left them at the altar as well. So I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you with this particular legitimate photograph, this is what the school could look like when Mac put together these renderings that Umar Johnson just didn't give a damn about. Now, let's show you this. Again, the school's not ready to be open. He doesn't even have windows up. He's talking about we got to get in there and buff the floors and clean the windows. Dude, you got wood on the windows. You know why he's got that wood tacked up there? Because the windows ain't ready to go yet. Why would you, if the school is ready to go for this month, why haven't he taken down the wood and have those windows installed? Does the school have functioning windows that will pass inspection? That's the question.
Tell the truth.
Will the school pass inspection? I'm telling you right now, there is no inspectors in Delaware, Wellington, that's going to give them a green light on that school. They got to study the foundation. They want to make sure that plumbing's working, electricity is working, the roof has got to be safe, the foundation's got to be safe. He's got to pass so many inspections. Plumbing's got to be working. Everything's got to be working because you're dealing with people and children in the school. So that's what I wanted to present to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate you all. I would love Umar Johnson to be successful and have this school open and prove us all to be liars and wrong. I would love that to happen. But I just don't think it's going to happen because he keeps moving the ball, and you still see that there's issues with that school. And based on the operational cost of the school that I laid out for you here, based on my research, based on what he's doing to get his money, you can't operate a school like that at the level that he wants to run it. You need food, you need security, you need teachers. They're not working for free. You need a nurse on staff. You need a counselor on staff. You need security on staff. You need a food service on staff, or you're going to have to pay for one to bring the food in. You got to pay people. That costs money. I just ran the economics down for you. It ain't gonna work. Umar Johnson should have humbled himself when Lord Jamal on his podcast, the Godcast, tried to say, let me connect you with my father-in-law who can give you some assistance, because he put his school together way long time. It's been 13 years now, and people who donated to him like I did, our freaking kids are already damn near grown, or their kids are grown now. So people have given, he's got money for people who donated him money because they also felt that maybe my child could be in that school. Then you got to ask yourself, who's going to bust their child into Delaware, which is ranked 6th in crime and drugs infestation? Who is going to want to send their kid to that kind of environment? In a school that already has a history of being shut down before. And Umar Johnson used to work at Mora Academy. That's why he knows a little bit about these buildings. A lot of people didn't know that. He knows about these buildings because he worked here. He worked at this school. And remember, this school got shut down. He worked at this place. This school got shut down.
The academic performance and the trends the school is showing.
2012 to 2015. Umar was there.
While the public record makes clear the school's dedication to improvement, my decision must be based upon evidence and not intentions.
The decision was based off of last year. even he acknowledged that the efforts that we're putting forth look really good, but it seems like Department of Education cannot forgive last year, which is kind of understandable. But also, it's more, you got to give things time. You got to give some. This is a new charter school. This charter,
Right.
Tell
The charter school was new and it needed time, but it could not make it past 4 years. And you need, as I said before in my breakdown, you need lots of money, cash infusion within the first 5 years. So when you start a charter school or a private school, you need to have enough money to give yourself cushion through 5 years. So I don't know where Umar Johnson's going to come up with all that type of money to run a school. And also, it's also based on how many kids you can get into school. One reason why Moria Academy was not successful is because they weren't charging any tuition, and they weren't able to get enough kids in the school to meet their quotas. So where's Umar going to get all these kids to go to this school in the condition that it is currently? And not only that, the city of Delaware is not going to give him a license to be able to open that school up, given the problems that it has. Now, what I want you to also to do, and do I have this? There's a report. The river, I think it's River Wind. There's a report in Delaware about those buildings and the area that it's in. It's in a browning area, meaning it's in environmental hazards all around that school. See, nobody wants to focus and talk about that issue too. That's going to be a problem for Umar getting that school opened up too. That's another issue because they were going to repurpose that area until that's why Umar was able to get those buildings on the cheap, as he said, because they were already planning to get rid of it. So they just said, okay, let's give it to this guy. He wants to be stuck with this. Now, Honors was saying that he believes that maybe Umar could be holding on to these buildings because he knows that the area is beginning to be gentrified, and maybe the real estate will go up, and maybe he'll figure out a way to get out of these buildings and he'll sell it off. I don't know. I don't think personally that he's serious about it. He's been using it, getting money. And there's a lot of people that are waking up to this situation. Everybody, I thank you tonight for your support. We're going to get ready to end the program. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support tonight. I really appreciate everybody that came over to watch the program tonight. Make sure you share this video in your social media. Look, I know it sounds like I'm punching down on Umar. Like I said, I want nothing but I wanted him to be successful. I think I have a disposition about the situation because I was one of those people who donated over some time before I was even on YouTube because I believed in Umar at one point in time. But sometimes you have to wake up from the Kool-Aid that you've been drinking and see things for what they really are. All you have to do is look at the economic numbers to run a school. And based on him getting the donations on Cash App and PayPal, you need deeper pockets to run a school. And you need a crew of people. You can't do it all by yourself. And Umar wants to be a one-man show. And with that kind of arrogance and that narcissism, he's going to be, if he fails in the long run, it's not, I don't think he failed the kids. Umar failed himself in not doing what was necessary so that he could be able to work with kids. But then once, I got to ask you this too, everybody. When's the last time you seen Umar Johnson working with kids? Where? Remember, he worked at a school in Philadelphia, and you know why he got fired? He worked in a school in Philadelphia, and they fired him, and he had to pack up his box and leave because they found out that he wasn't doing proper evaluations on the students as a psychologist. That's why he doesn't work at the school that he was in Philadelphia. Go do that research. A lot of people don't know about that. See, the man has history, and Brother Honors he has the receipts on that. So everybody, peace to you. Have a good night, and farewell tonight. Have good sleep. Have a good week, good work week. Tell somebody that you love them. I appreciate you all coming over this late night and supporting the program. I'm going to get on out of here. If you're new to the channel, definitely go right ahead and what do we call it? Subscribe. I'm going to say like and comment. Subscribe to the channel, and definitely.
You are listening to Information
Thank you for watching
Please
tonight.
Make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Definitely appreciate
Tell
that.
the truth.
Tell the truth, everybody. Really appreciate you tonight, and we're going to get on out of here. So everybody, I'll be back with more presentation. This is the Information Man Show. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Love you all out there. Thank you for the support tonight. I appreciate you all. Tell somebody about the program. Share the video. And I'm out of here, everybody. Peace. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Hang on for a minute, folks. And I'm gonna turn on my music. I'm gonna turn on some music. Hey. All right. My other system is shut down on me. Peace. Peace, everybody.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Information is power.
Good night, everybody. I appreciate all of you in the chat room. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.